It's okay, it's okay, it's okay to feel deep, achy sadness, to feel a storm of emotions, sensations that you may have never felt before. A storm of your heart communicating to you, your soul and your spirit. A soul-led expression is a felt experience. It is sharing. It's not just a game. It's a breath. It's a heartbeat. It's a need. It's a must. Beautiful, a sense of this is important to you, for you. There's something saying, keep playing, keep trying, you're en route. The mind wants it to look like ease, to look like wins. The soul knows it is not why you are playing in net, why you are playing in this game of your life. The purpose is in the self-discovery, in loss after loss, challenging, and what may feel like debilitating moments. This is where you fall deeper into trust, love, and appreciation for who you are. You arrive humble, kind, loving, and fierce. The depth that makes you, you. The smile with an eye contact. The how are you with a pause and a presence. To hear, to listen to another. For you recognize the sadness in their eyes. For you too have felt that and have said, good, how are you? The soul of you knows we are here to become whole through the emotions, the feelings, the entirety of our unique expression. I wanted to land on here today in respect and honor to one of the athletes that has taken his own life, Abakar Kazbekov. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. I just want to take just a moment. And what I want to say is, Abakar, you are loved. We love you. We respect you. We honor you. We are listening. We are listening. We are listening. The reality is that every day in Canada, 10 people will take their lives. And in the States, it's even higher. In Canada, about 3,700 people will take their lives a year. And in USA, 46,000 will take their lives every year. And the reality is that there's many different populations that are susceptible to this, and men are one of them. And men between the ages of 15 and 24, 25 and 34, 35 and 44, and 65 and 74. And I work with a lot of men, and I am not a man, but I definitely have heard enough stories. I have experienced many experiences with men. I have a brother, and I've always had a deep connection and a felt sense of a connection with men. And I think that's why more are drawn with me, feeling safe within my presence. The reality is, you know, and I've also been attacked by a man, someone that was a lover of mine and could not control his emotions and had his own unprocessed feelings. So I have this like deep, deep, deep love for the men out there, and for the reality that, you know, and I have a deep love for all of you women out there too. And the reality is, I would say what I've witnessed, okay? Your reality is your reality, and what you think and perceive in life is yours. But I do truly feel that, you know, you don't hear in the world like be a woman, be a woman, be a woman, but you hear like be a man, show up, be a man. And what does that even mean? What does it mean? And our minds can create any obstacles around that and any stories. The reality is we are human. We are the only animal that has an imagination. So we can make it into many things. And women, the one thing that we have that supports us on this journey is the fact that we have a period. We have this cycle of hormones we go through every month where we've had to learn to sit with discomfort in our body, to be with many emotions that we don't understand where they're even coming from. It's a reality of our experience, but there's this beautiful like education that we receive every month in being able to feel all these feelings and still show up for a game. And of course I can speak very closely to that, and I've learned to really honor it. And with men, this felt sense of all of these emotions. And the reality is, what I see with this is that 15 to 24 is the first age group where suicide is higher. And it has increased in both the States and US, from what I found online, by 3% over the last year. The reality is around that time is when all these hormones are starting to come in your body. People are starting to have sex. There's different feelings attached to that. Your heart is essentially starting to be open in a very unique way. And the reality is at that point in your life, you've been working really hard towards something. You've been working very hard behind the scenes to prove yourself, to prove yourself to your coach, to prove yourself to your family, to the world potentially. And the reality is that like men have just as many emotions coming through them as women do. And you might find that your cycle of emotion is affected by, if you followed say the moon cycle, you might notice that there's a shift around a full moon versus a new moon versus in between. So you might notice because of essentially gravity and the moon and how it affects, like it literally affects the oceans in our world, all the fluid, and we are 80%. So here all these men are, all of you men, you know, and women too, the reality is not only we're all going through these different cycles on a physiological level, but also a mental level. And depending on where you're at, if you slept well last night, what is going on, there can be days where you have like a tsunami inside of you that you don't understand. You don't even know where it came through. And when you're 15 to 24, in the biggest self-discovery time of your life, and if you are an elite player and you're no longer at home and you're traveling away, and you have all these hormones going through you, you're possibly having sex too. And for men, you'll notice, I've had many conversations around men, is if you have sex and you ejaculate, your hormones, it shifts you. And it's not it's not anything other than an awareness. And it will affect you mentally, emotionally, energetically. And you must tune into all of this. You're in this self-discovery phase. And whether you are away from your family, away from your girlfriend, away from your dog, these family members that have been very important to you, to a part of like what has grounded you. And here you are in the biggest time of your life, learning who you are, pushing yourself more than ever towards something that it's all you can see in your future. And maybe you're going to college, and maybe you're doing all of these things, and your hormones are shifting. Maybe you're gaining muscle mass. Maybe you're losing a little bit of muscle mass. Your physiology is growing through so much. Everyone's is, but you as an athlete, it's a lot more. So you need to honor that and honor what you're feeling. And what it looks like is days where it's just this deep, deep, deep discomfort within you. maybe it's a sense of like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, or I don't know if I can do this today. And maybe you don't even know what you're feeling. You just don't feel like yourself. And what I can urge you, and what we, with Abakar here, you know, with all of these different stories and situations, and, you know, it is sad, you know, when people we love, or maybe don't even know, choose to take their lives. But the deep sadness, I think, comes, and the more sadness you have, is maybe this unmet reality that you too have felt those days where you're just like, fuck, I don't know. I don't feel good. I don't see hope. I don't feel hope. I don't feel courage. I don't feel like me. Like, who am I to show up to play on this NHL team on the first line in the net? Who am I to be there when I feel like this? And what my guidance would be is to really, really, really come into your body with a breath, close your vision, bring your hands to your chest, breathe in and out, and just create this little bit of like an energetic wave of all is going to be okay. Every breath, everything is okay. Every sigh, everything is okay. Everything is okay. And you just ride the wave. We don't need to make it into anything. There is a time and place to ponder, to gain some insight, some self-discovery. But the real lesson here is, can I be within myself and ride the wave of emotion that's saying my life matters, what I'm chasing matters, why I am here matters, and I don't even know why yet, but it's because you care. It's because you love someone, you love something, you love this journey, you love hockey, you love this game of your life so, so, so much that feelings, emotions, all of these things are going to be present. And when you can sit with them and allow them to be a part of your experience, and the main time that they are going to come into fruition, into your reality, will be essentially on here, it's like from 15 to 44, because these are the biggest self-discovery parts of our life, where we don't know who we are, where we're going, what we're doing, yet we're taking a step, we're taking a stride. But the real wisdom here, why we are all here, is to feel deeper, 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 to remain humble, so that you can see that sadness in someone's eyes when you ask them, how are you? Because you recognize it, because you've sat with yourself long enough. And the saying is, we can only meet people as deep as we have met ourselves. So when you're feeling these emotions, sit with them. And it's like, of course you feel all these things, because you're pursuing a life of meaning. You're pursuing a soul-led journey, and it feels like a must. And when it doesn't look like what our ego wants it to look like, it's gonna feel harder on some days. And if we haven't slept well that night, it's gonna feel harder. If we didn't eat healthy the other day, it's gonna feel harder. If we're missing our family and we haven't fed our soul with that love of our family, it's gonna feel harder. Be with the heart, feel it deeply. And reach out, ask someone to sit with you and share if you don't need to talk, but you'd like to be with someone. Please reach out. You are loved. You are so, so, so very loved. And you're here for a reason, which means you're gonna feel so many emotions. And that's what we really are here for, is to really feel that we care about our experience and we love deeply. Yeah, I'm always here for you. Please, please, please know that. You're so loved.